Another day for some Hot Wheels. All these, I believe, are from the 2026 F case. I might be wrong, but I believe they are. And these two are actually the first colorways and first castings of these tuned vehicles. And I did videos of them with wheel swaps, if you want to look those up in the channel. So I'm actually not going to talk about these two because I kind of talked about them and compared to the photos and stuff like that in those reviews. But I bought these because I'm going to actually, get some tracks going, and I'm curious how these things do. And quite frankly, no one wanted to buy these. They were just cheap because they're peg warmers. But these two, yeah, these are also cheap. But so I just thought I'd try these castings. So here we have number 1 of 5 of fan-driven Deora II. So this was a real car that Hot Wheels paid to have made by Chip Foose, I believe, if I recall my review of the tuned one. Unfortunately, they don't tell you any of that in the actual card. So we have a plastic base in white, and it does tell you what it is. It also tells you Hot Wheels and this copyright here of 99 and 2020. That's kind of weird. I'm not sure why they would have 2 years, sequential years like that. Boy, I was gonna say that's an exhaust pipe, maybe, but it doesn't make sense to. I guess that's maybe a frame indication, and the drivetrain back here. All right, and it's actually quite recessed. This whole base. That's interesting. So this is the front end. Some inlets here, and they seem well enough defined. If you want to be a customizer, you could add some paint into those. And these are fog lights and headlights. You can add paint into these pretty easily because they have such a deep groove going around. Sadly, the casting itself has got some weird seam lines here from when it parted from the mold. The windows here are very clear plastic, actually. That's actually much clearer than I'm accustomed to. Very often Hot Wheels have cloudy windows. But yeah, you can really see this nice interior. It's got some gauges there in the center. It's a left-hand drive, being an American thing. And then some funky, I don't know, cup holders maybe, or glove box areas around the seats. And actually, maybe because there's a bit of glare, maybe I should get the light here. Seems like there's a post running down between the seats, maybe. Stick shift there. It's a cone shifter. Anyways, futuristic looking vehicle. Alright, 5-spoke wheels here, and we have white wall tires and edges of the wheels. And this is a metallic pink, I would say. It's got the Deora II printed nicely. And then we have a little side vent. That's a real vent, by the way. I thought it was paint, but not the case. And then pink, black, and white, and gray. So 4 different colors printed on the side of this thing. Kind of weird, actually, that they chose to have this pink. It's such a faint difference from the paint of this. I feel like maybe if a different color, like sky blue, might have been nice. Alright, this side looks symmetric. And then the tail lights here. And again, nice deep grooves. You could add paint. And then this is a chromed part on the real car. These exhausts, I assume. And also the engine. So this is that silvery plastic, but nicely detailed. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, that's all hollowed out as well. And it's got 2 surfboards. Let's see here. Soft boards or surf? No, that's surfboard, right? And maybe that's the designer's initials, if I'm just guessing. Alright, well, a little white striping there, and then the rear window as well. Is that it's actually hanging over. Yeah, it's interesting, but it's got a little bit here of a rib. Well, yeah, it's a unique vehicle, that's for sure. It looks very alien-like, right? It looks like one of those, it reminds me of those old aliens, Roswell. That alien body that they found, supposedly. It looks fake to me, by the way. Alright, so this one here, 133, and then 5 of 10 of the wagons thing. 8 crate. Ooh, I'm not sure if that, well, maybe it's heavy. We'll check the weights of these later. So this one, it does actually give you the branding, and then 2002 and 14 as well. I don't know. Is this an update? Does that mean it was updated in 2014? Please leave a comment if you know. I'm sure others want to know that. And so yeah, rivet details here, and I guess the engine would be right here. The drivetrain exhaust pipes. Don't know what that would be. And the interior must be silver because it's becoming the bumper and the grille. And the grille's got a little bit of a texture. Looks like a 50s Chevy to me, but leave a comment if you think otherwise. Again, grooves here so you could add some silver paint. And then it's a metallic pink, just like the Deora looks like. And some gold, some white, black, and that's metallic blue here. And actually 2 blues possibly. Yeah, I feel like this is maybe it's just because this blue is on black. It makes it look different from the blue on pink. Maybe that's what it is. But it looks like 2 different blues. And there's a little bit of a gold going on this little trim ridge here. Alright. Some groove details here. Nice that there's no windows here, but they're back here, the sky blue color. It's a wraparound windshield. Okay, let's see. Nice funky patterning flame. Geometric and flames. Interesting. I guess maybe those are wiper blades, opposing wiper blades. A little instrument binnacle sticking up there. What about the back? Okay, it's nice they took the plastic and made it to become the license plate, this tab, so that's why there's no rivet here. Alright, so that bumper again of the interior, and there's those exhaust pipes, rear window, and then yeah, the engine is there, and those are the intake stacks, and it's nice that they left this open so you can see it, right? The corrugation's up here of a wagon. And then, what else is going on down there? Cam covers, maybe? Oh, this is actually a piece of the window. Probably for strength, keep a kid from breaking that when they step on this thing. Okay. Anything back here? Some sort of details. Maybe a sway bar. I think I'll need the flashlight. Alright, stick shift there. Some bucket seats. A little bit of headrest action. Very well, the glove box area is non-existent. It's just a panel. I feel like they could have maybe added some detail there, but it's a drag wagon or a race wagon. It's very sunken in, like a lowrider. These 5 spokes, I don't know the name of these 5 spokes, I apologize, but they are chromed, and they do seem to be staggered in size, not only in width, but diameter as well. Yeah, please leave a comment. What is this thing? Is this the 57 Chevy wagon? I'm not sure. 50s was a long time ago. Even though I'm an old man, that was a long time ago. So, alright, so yeah, we've already discussed that. The fact I'm not going to discuss those. So, time for some weight checks if that should be of importance to you. Ooh, my little ball thing. Not tightened. Ball mount. A joke in the making. Anyways, that's the weight of that thing. Yeah, I thought that was heavy. Okay. Usually it seems Hot Wheels are in the 30-gram range. That's not naturally very light, being so small. This should be heavier. Yeah, considering how small that is, that's pretty decent, right? 34. Right? That's kind of crazy. That, So here are the custom ones that I purchased earlier. So this one is just mimicking the real wheels of the real show car that Foose made. And then I added some paint to that, of course. And this one, I just designed my own 50s Mercury kind of wheels there. And added some paint there into the headlights. The thing doesn't even have taillights, this little tuned Purple Passion thing. Okay, let's do an overhead view. So, which do you guys like the most? I naturally gravitate towards tuned stuff. I actually have more reviews of tuned vehicles than the realistic vehicles, because I don't expect them to look perfect if they don't exist in the real world. This actually does exist in the real world, and I think the casting of it is pretty good. It's actually got a lot of details going on in the interior and the engine and stuff. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to go with the Deora II realistic looking version for this video, just because I reviewed these 2 earlier. This is nice, I just don't know what it is. So it's clearly I do feel like it's probably a real car. It's just not named it, maybe for licensing issues or something. But I might be mistaken again. Appreciate you guys watching today, and we'll catch you tomorrow.